Remember, this is one of those dramas that if you're not putting extra into it, it's boring. It's just a guy waking up and giving his heart to God, and then a girl beating him up. But if you put in those little extra details and have fun with it and find things that are going to make the audience laugh with you, especially little kids, and just everything over the top, just makes this one can be a lot of fun to do, and it can be a lot of fun to watch if you'll actually.
Or it can be really awful and not entertaining at all.
So, put in the extra and it'll be fun. But you could say that about every single one of these dramas.
So far, it seems like the moral of these stories is relationships with the opposite sex are a big
bad.
mistake.
that does bring up a great point. When you're doing testimonies, because I don't know how much Jen's told you about that, but in between each of these dramas, somebody's going to go up and talk for 3 to 5 minutes, typically. And in those 3 to 5 minutes, you can share a personal testimony. If you've been in a relationship that has ended poorly, or you've had your heart broken in that way, then after you get up from Hearts, you can say something like, hey, the drama you just saw was Hearts, and as you saw, the young man gave his heart to the wrong person, and she broke his heart, and really, he should have just been giving his heart to God. Well, that, for me, that's more than just a drama. That's my story. I was that guy, or I was that girl. And this is what happened in my life, but this is what God's done to heal me, and this is why I want you to believe in God as well. Or you can not make it a personal story. Instead, you can just make it all about, hey, there's probably a lot of people here that have given your heart to different things. Maybe it's to somebody of the opposite sex. Maybe you've given your heart to your career, or maybe you've given your heart to stuff. But really, the only one that you should give your heart to is God, and here's why. And so just kind of be thinking, the reason why we do the dramas is to draw attention, but it also creates a conversation. It's the same thing that you would do with coworkers. If there's something that happens in the news that a coworker is like, hey, did you hear about this? And it creates an opportunity for you to preach the gospel to them. Well, we're creating the story now. We're creating the news moment and the opportunity through the drama to be able to tell people about God. And so with Catch-All, it's pretty simple of the whole, the people around you rub off on you. With Doors, it's all about choices. Every day we have a choice. Do we want to follow God, or do we want to follow the devil? Every day we have an opportunity to open the door to the good things that are out there, or we can open the door to the bad things. Every single one of these dramas has a story that you can connect to, and you can make it personal, or you can make it generic. But either way, just tie into what they've just seen.
And it's always good to, in your testimonies, to always give them that same option.
Yeah.
To give them the choice. Like, he did it for me, and he could do the same thing for you.
Yeah.
And then the next drama you're going to see.
and that is an important thing to understand, that in your 3 to 5 minutes, you don't need to lead them to salvation. What you're doing is getting them ready for it. You're getting them prepared. You're getting them hungry. Like, this is what God has done in my life, and he can do the same thing in your life. The next drama that you're going to see is called blah, blah, blah. And then once you've done whatever your full set is going to be, a full set depends on how much time you have. Most dramas take 3 to 5 minutes, and then you do a 3 to 5 minute transition. So you'll end up doing maybe 5 to 7 dramas in a row.
We also have songs.
Oh, and you're doing songs? So yeah, you probably do 3 to 5 dramas. And then you'll do songs and different things. And then at the end of everything, you'll have one person that's going to come up and do what we call the net. And the reason why we call it the net is everybody has been putting out the bait, drawing all the fish in. Now somebody's going to come out and just cast the net. And so the net is usually a little bit longer than a testimony. So if the testimonies, the transitions are 3 to 5 minutes, the net is usually 7 to 10, depending on the venue. And in that, they're going to basically do salvation message. Sin separates us from God. Jesus came, died on the cross so that we could be one with God, so we could be close to him. And today I want to give you that opportunity. All you got to do is pray this prayer.
Lead him in a prayer.
So if you look at your transition as you're prepping the people, you're putting out the bait, getting the fish to come close, you're setting up the pins, and you let the person come and do the net, knock them down.